Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and I have Dan Cumberland with me. He helps people with their AI systems. He does it for founders who refuse to blend in. Thank you. What's your 5-minute system?
So I like to play with this concept called I call the AI magic wand, and we're really with the focus of how do we make these general purpose AI tools really valuable and useful to us in our specific context. How do we apply it? How do we get that value? So the idea is if you had an AI magic wand and I hand it to you and you could point it at anything in your business, what would you point it at first? As
Hmm.
often we often have, just as we think about that question, like something that pops into mind. Maybe it's a place where there's a lot of friction, where there's work that you just really don't enjoy. Maybe it's something that you do over and over. Maybe it's something that your team really struggles with and just sucks a lot of time out of their team. I have one client who runs a valuation company for M&A. So they do mergers and acquisitions. They help establish the value of the thing that's being bought and sold. And we did this activity, and what came up with the CEO was that there was a lot of data extraction that goes into their process, and it just clogs up their workflow. So a lot of the team is spending a lot of time going through these long legal documents to pull out all these numbers, to run them through their models to decide, how much the valuation should be set at. So what we did was build a AI tool that would go through these, extract, and then double check and make sure that there's no hallucinations, and nothing's being made up or fabricated along the way. And it has drastically increased the capacity of their team. In their words, they have so much more room to run that they likely aren't going to even need to hire again for another couple of years until they grow a lot bigger than they are right now. So they have so much more capacity to take on new clients. So that's literally saving them, you're making them hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is the kind of results that I love getting for clients.
That's awesome. Man. Okay, so what is the system around that then? How would you break that down so keep people can be like, okay, this is how I would apply it to
Yeah,
my business?
perfect. Yeah. So the way I want to always start is like, what is the end state? So the end state that they're after in this specific problem is these numbers. And so then where are the numbers? So we have to think about the different formats that the documents are in, and how do we gather those? And then once we have them, what's the action that the AI that we need the AI do to extract them, find them, identify them, and extract them, and not be distracted by other things in the process. So what we do is a process I call a meta prompting, which is using AI to work with AI to say, this is the kind of document that we're trying to process. These are the kinds of numbers that we want to pull out. Help me create a prompt that can help extract these. And then you continue to refine and refine and refine to build a training guide that will teach AI how to do this. So it's taking any task, so I'm talking about this specific number extraction task, but it could be anything within your business, and think about what is the end state, what are the steps along the way, what are the important things that AI needs to do, and then creating, using AI to help build the skills that it needs. And skills, literally, like Claude now has Claude Skills, which is such a good name for it, because this is exactly what we're talking about. There's instruction files that you can give AI to teach it to do the things that you need it to do. So you can string a few of those together to create that workflow for you to collaborate with you on whatever project that is.
So its output is through that refinement, like you said, gets better
Mm-hmm.
and better. And then what's cool is then you can start to then ask it, like, what else can we do with these numbers?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
back to
exactly
your
right.
point earlier in the interview, you're like, hey, ask it to find out different ways that it can help you and improve.
Exactly right. That's
Oh,
exactly
I
right.
love it. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carl.